Spartans when their newborn son can't single-handedly defeat 300 men. Deletus that fetus. I wish we could go back to the old days where if my son coughed once, I could just legally yeet the child. Rate my Halloween costume, guys. Nice white collared shirt, black pants, carrying groceries, and oh, okay, yeah, this is not advised if you don't want to get banished to the Chinese Shadow Realm. Thor in Marvel movies versus Thor in Norse mythology. No, I'm pretty sure there was a Marvel movie where Thor did actually look like this. I guess they were trying to follow the lore. That's right, in the mythology, he was basically Nikocado Avocado. Tesla, we have autopilot. Romania, we have, oh, dog pilot. That's so much better than AI. What a good boy too, he's driving it so safely. I am the Oracle. I can answer any question. Why do Europeans think Americans can't read a map? Lol, no clue. Now, that's a tough one. I think we're getting better. However, things like this do not make that stereotype any better. Americans couldn't really point to Iran on a map. Some Americans even pointed to America. That was not very big brain of us. Someone dropped a statue of Jason Voorhees at the bottom of Crystal Lake in Minnesota, one of the most popular diving spots around. Divers, when one day they go down there and can't find the statue anywhere. Now, this is the beginning of the plot of a great horror movie right there. It'll probably still get like 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, but as long as you get enough ticket sales, that's all that matters. Americans trying to think of a country outside America. Well, technically, America can be defined as like the entire Western Hemisphere. So if like people from North and South America are still naming all these other places like Brazil, Chile, Cuba, Panama, then it's not that bad. They're getting some down. It is kind of crazy how often I come across people from the United States that their whole world is just the 50 states. And then sometimes Mexico and Canada, but there's like nothing outside of that in their mind. Me enjoying a YouTube video for the first time. A comment I liked 7 years ago. This just makes me think like, what is the future of YouTube? Because YouTube's probably going to be around for a very long time now. We can confirm that. How crazy is that going to be to go back to like an old Roblox video from like 40 years ago and then you see yourself commented like go oof yourself or something like that? How magical would that be? Americans using the metric system versus the imperial system. So strange because the metric system is so simple, yet generally it is rejected by everyone here. The amount of days we wasted learning the overly complicated imperial system versus the simple metric system kind of bothers me. Like they could have been teaching us how to do taxes during all the days we saved. Don't frick up, Jeremy. Come on, I won't. You fricked up. And in this moment, Jeremy knew he fricked up. The way they fix this is really cool though. Like he like marches to the weapon and just does it like in style and everything. It worked out. WW2 soldiers after watching you play a video game based on the worst day of his life. And it's not just one of these guys looking down from the sky, it is literally millions. Amazon's profits going straight down the throat of the greedy warehouse workers who need to use the bathroom instead of Jeff Bezos. So often in our society this happens. For instance, here we have YouTube profits going straight into the YouTube editors' mouths instead of the YouTube creators. Such an unjust world. People, you don't need an SUV if you're just gonna drive on the roads. The roads in my country. All those taxes. And what are they used for? Not to fill out these potholes, that's for sure. I guarantee you, like, one of these are one of those, like, pool-sized deep potholes that, like, a full-grown man can dive into. I'm Polish. I'm from Poland. I speak Polish. I'm French. I'm from France. I speak French. I'm Spanish. I'm from Spain. I speak Spanish. German. Germany. Russian. Russia. I'm British. I'm from the United Kingdom, and I speak English. Yeah, bunch of weirdos. Although, wait a second, we do that too. I'm American, I'm from the United States, I speak English. Oh yeah. But you know what? We don't really count because we're not like the original creators of this language. Like, we just kind of stole it. But I mean, to be fair, there are a ton of examples of countries around the world that don't have the greatest symmetry. The one example I can think of is I'm Persian, I'm from Iran, I speak Farsi. Discovering a new species as a biologist, a scuba diver, and finally, an astronaut. Pretty much the worst profession to be discovering new species out here. That's how you get your face hugged by some creature from outer space. Super Mario is Japanese, so Mario is actually his last name. His first name is Itsumi. Itsumi Mario. Wait a second. This can't be true. Mario's last name is Brothers. How I sleep knowing internet people won't make fun of me since I'm neither from America nor Britain. Hey, you better be careful. People are expanding nowadays. Don't be from like India, China, Russia, Germany either. Finally, all the countries that go unnoticed have a benefit. Zombies in most pop culture. Brains. Bleh. Zombies in Call of Duty. Aggressive screeching. Zombies in Plants vs. Zombies. Literal big brains out here. Understanding the English language language? How in their short lifespan, after like coming up from out of the ground after being dead for so long, did they take the time to learn one of the most complicated languages to write? And yeah, it's not perfect, but man, you'd think they would definitely have gone through at least like 5 years. Is there like Duolingo for zombies? Remember this guy? Well, the Pakistan cricket team won today, so he's happy. How long did it take for them to win? It looks like it's been at least maybe 10 years, but that's good. I know South Asia really loves their cricket. When you get home from a long-ass day at work and your girl asks if you'd still love her if she was a lamb. Dealing with these questions literally wants me to be alone for the rest of my life. Honey, would you love me if I was a snail? It's just so universal too. Like, I feel like the girls get together and conspire to ask everyone these questions. Me handling diluted chemicals in 8th grade chemistry versus astronauts visiting unknown planets for the first time in alien movies. Literally just like walking all over these alien species growing out of the ground, acting like it's no big deal at all, just out here taking photos. How sharks are portrayed in the media versus sharks in real life. I'ma do a swim blub blub. How dolphins are portrayed in the media versus dolphins in real life. Dolphins are cute and all until you realize like what they do to smaller creatures sometimes, and like sometimes what they just do to each other. I think I'd rather just be eaten by a shark than be like scarred for life from a dolphin. In Terminator 2, Robert Patrick improvises the moment when the T-1000 walks through the bars at the jail. The door was supposed to be opened, but the actor surprised the cast and crew by melting his body into a metal liquid and walking. Insane, because you know the CGI at that time just wasn't good enough to be able to do this accurately. This man literally became liquid metal just for the shot. Now that's dedication. Cleopatra just out with their dog, Mark Antony. Ain't nothing to see here. Actually, Cleopatra had quite a few dogs like this. She was the original simp queen. Science is this penny in between two forks and barely... Wait, how is that working? This is not science. This is some sort of black magic. What? Versus engineering. The same thing, just a little bit easier. A little bit easier to understand, that's for sure. Yeah, I'll take that one. You know how in Squid Games you can risk your life to be debt-free? Well, you can do it today by signing up. Oh, those military recruiters always trying to be hip with all the kids. Back in my day, they were trying to convince people like, you've seen Hunger Games, right? Non-Americans. Americans are so stupid, they can't even name a country besides the USA. Me, an American, that's just a stereotype. Non-Americans. Okay, name a country outside of America. Me breathes in. Ooh, this guy must be an avid watcher of geography YouTube out here. Once you get sent down that rabbit hole, you can never escape. Come in, let's play GTA. Come out, let's play GTA in the USA. The only reason why you can't play Grand Theft Auto in the United Kingdom is because they don't have the technology for it. When you go outside in the UK, you're basically just playing Skyrim. Her, you're asking for a pretty high salary for someone who has no experience in this field. Him, well, this job is gonna be super hard since I have no idea what the F I'm doing. Good point. The amount of hours I'm gonna have to do in my home life just to barely get by here is honestly not gonna be worth it, so I better get a lot of revenue. Moves one image in Word by 1 pixel, rest of the document. A crack opens in the earth and all of a sudden creates Australia. It continues down. What's it gonna create next? Africa? Is this actually how the continents... Oh, that's how giraffes were made. I didn't even realize that. This is a very educational gift. Wait, is the Italian peninsula one day gonna actually connect with Sicily? Do we know yet? Is it gonna finally kick that damn ball? This woman holding a sign. There's planet Nobi. There's no planet B. Oh. Versus there's planet Noob. Oh, that's got to be the one that we're on. Oh, and she realizes that too. Obviously, we are on planet Noob. We all are noobs to interplanetary space travel, but wait till we get to Mars. Finally, we'll get off easy mode. You think you have a lot of social credit points? Tell me what happened at these... Oh. Yep, nope. I've been back up to like -1,000. I don't really want to go back to -300,000 again. Waitress, enjoy your meal. Me, you too. Me afterwards, which tower should I jump off of? Oh, Michael, go big or go home. You know you want to do it off this structure in Dubai. Wow, a picture designed off of these two leaders meeting. They really do not look happy. Also, the Chinese leader and Barack Obama. And finally, the Chinese leader and Putin. I've never realized Putin is kind of piglet. Okay, well, now I can no longer go to China and Russia. Me, drop some food on the ground at the barbecue. Every ant nearby. That is literally what ants are all about. They're literally insect British people. They're gonna steal your barbecue sauce and put them back in their ant museums. My mom, a mermaid. My dad, a minotaur. Me, who got the human side of both, and I'm just some guy. This would be such a funny comedy movie. I don't know if you can actually like pull a whole like script out of this. Maybe it'd be better as just a YouTube parody. Step 1, get born in Japan. Step 2, study hard and find a job. job. Step 3, overwork. And finally, the last step for every Japanese person, commit seppuku, or the modern seppuku. German fathers, when their son already passes out after downing 1 barrel of beer. He can't be my son. We need a DNA test. I knew that woman was cheating. The other key component is their son is only 5 years old. And yeah, if they can't do it, then it's definitely not yours. 1980s, guns become light, affordable, and available. Gun owners in the 1970s. Finally, I don't have to carry around this cannon anymore. I was tired of lugging around this tank just to protect my property. 18-year-old me leaving the gas station with a 6-pack of beer. 25-year-old guy I met at the gas station who bought me a pack. I actually thought this was gonna be like a time travel thing. I thought he was like talking about him buying, yeah. Anyways, the cycle continues. You know what you must do. Wait, actually, I should not finish that. Can I copy your homework? No versus sure, if you could read my handwriting. This is how I got out of like anyone trying to copy my homework, because I literally write like I'm in preschool. We did it! We time traveled, but to what year? Let me ask that guy over there. Oh, a CIA agent. What year is it? 2001? Before or at? Before. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you guys are gonna want to escape. You guys saw what they did to JFK when he knew too much, didn't you? When the teacher says, have a nice holiday, right after giving you 3,000 hours of homework. I love the teachers that would like say, you gotta be reading at least 3 to 4 hours every day. That was always the most hilarious thing to me. Like, just to assume that I can even read? You can only pick one. Choose wisely. A vampire girlfriend, she loves you, or a lifetime supply of garlic bread, and it never goes bad. Ooh, this is a tough one. I'm actually like not contemplating for the video. I'm just literally thinking. I mean, a vampire girlfriend could oof you, but then again, so could a lifetime supply of garlic bread. My vampire girlfriend could turn me into a vampire though, but she's probably also gonna boss me around a lot. It really just comes down to, do I want a vampire girlfriend or not? I don't know. There's just too many negatives and positives. End world hunger, end world poverty, end world, slap that. I want that one. Give me that blue button right now. Literally, I will fix all of those other problems by just hitting the blue one, by ending everything, because I'll just end everything. Dumbledore, help is always available at Hogwarts to those who ask for it. Meanwhile, at Hogwarts, Malfoy literally drowning. Also, Robert Pattinson and that ghost girl literally never receiving any help at all. I kind of wondered, like, what were all the wizard and witch's parents just thinking? Like, Dumbledore couldn't even keep Hogwarts safe. Literally, like, the most evil wizard of all time, the equivalent to Hilter if he was a wizard, was just attacking this one school. The moment he came back, those parents would have pulled their kids out. They would have been homeschooled. We could teach you the flick and swish in the kitchen. I think wizard parents just don't really give a crap about their kids. If this bites me, who do I turn into? Yes, we talked about this one, Spider-Man or Black Widow. Actually, there's a third option. Oh. Now that is the best. Finally, been waiting for an easy way out. The 50 states, according to all Europeans, yes, I can confirm this, they only know California, Texas, and New York. If those Americans could read a map, they'd be very upset. True, true. Most Americans think that our states look like this, so I think you guys are gonna get a pass for it. Time Traveler moves a chair. The timeline. Thank you. Why haven't we had an anime version of this music video? Rick Astley already went out there and gave us a 4K version. Now, where's the anime version with like cat girls and vampires? Girlfriends. What's the difference between Iron Man and Aluminum Man? Iron Man stops the bad guys. Aluminum Man just foils their plans, which is actually a lot smarter for the community as a whole. Like, Iron Man has to stop them while they're already in the middle of their plan of like destroying people. Aluminum Man is gonna stop it before it even begins. Why isn't this guy a part of the Avengers? Nobody thinks about the property damage. If you ever think English is not a crappy language, just remember that read and lead, red and lead rhyme, and red and lead rhyme. But red and lead don't rhyme, and neither do read and lead. Did I say that right? This one's a hard one. It works a lot better if you're silently reading. Okay, I tried my best. Not even the hydraulic press can defeat a Nokia phone. Again, only another example of how we've gotten so soft. Used to be able to literally oof people by throwing your phone at their head. Shark attacks on this map. But wait a second, there seems to be way too many landlocked states that are a part of this. Apparently, deep in the woods of Kai. Is that Kai? What is this, some weird commercial? The only thing I can think of is, did we like accidentally put some sharks in a couple lakes? Or are there like zoos in these states, Kentucky, Illinois, Missouri, and they just like got after a zookeeper? When you order a foot-long spicy Italian and they give you a sandwich. This is not what I was expecting. I mean, I'll take a sandwich, but please, I still want my original order. The quiet kid, the Star Wars kid, the Marvel kid, the science kid, the anime kid, and the history kid being unpopular and hating the rest of the class. I never thought I'd see myself fighting alongside the Marvel kid and the quiet kid, but I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend. As long as the quiet kid doesn't reach into his backpack at any moment. Americans, when they realize India is part of Asia. I would actually say most of the countries that are actually in Asia is surprising to a lot of Americans, like the Middle East as a whole, a huge portion of Russia. It's complicated out here. When you're taking a test and the teacher starts explaining the questions to the student next to you, Giga Chad hearing engaged. This is also an ample opportunity to cheat off another kid's test while the teacher's back is turned. Russia holding up their $2.96 per gallon gas, while Americans are drowning with their $3.38 per gas. Finally, there's the Netherlands. Isn't Europe as a whole just really high? I mean, maybe the Dutch have it the worst, but I thought that's why they have like such small cars out there. They don't like gas guzzlers because it literally costs them like $1,000 to fill up the tank. Go ahead, destroy the financial district, Godzilla. Make the people happy. I don't think enough people realize this. If there was a giant nuclear breathing dragon that would come out of the sea once in a while, there would be a lot of people rooting for it in certain areas. I think Godzilla would actually have a lot of human fans out there that would probably fight alongside it. I've watched like all the Godzilla movies. Like I'm talking about the old like 70s and 80s ones. And I don't think they really ever dived that deeply into it that like a huge portion of humans would actually fight alongside and help Godzilla. I mean, yeah, they made Mechagodzilla help Godzilla. I'm talking about like literally just like in their cars, like fighting army members. Like the civil war that would be caused in the country would be bigger than the damage Godzilla was gonna do. When you can't sleep because your brain has too many tabs open. This is why I'm thankful that my brain often likes to just completely crash to desktop, and I don't even know where I am. Me, a French, after watching Japanese anime in Chinese with subtitles in English on a German website with my VPN located in Australia while eating Turkish food. The world becomes even more connected. More and more of us are Mr. Worldwide now. Interviewer, you have a 3-year gap on your resume that just says vengeance. Me, the interviewer, you don't remember me, do you? I've trained my entire life for this moment. How Americans see the Irish versus how the Irish see Americans. Similar, but different in a lot of ways. Humans and their kids, son, you must be a doctor and keep up the family name. No, I want to become a writer and I won't listen to you. Reptiles and their kids, son, I know you were born half a minute ago, but I'm gonna eat you unless you manage to get away. Deal. How about relationships in the spider universe? I know we just mated, but it's time for me to eat you now. When I hear kilogram in an American accent, yeah, I don't think I've ever said that word in my life. All the British people are like covering up their ears right now. Oh God. Humans, after having 1 micrometer squared of moldy bread, literally barfing in a toilet, versus lions after literally only drinking mud water their entire life. And they are literally the most dangerous land predator out there. That just makes me think we should probably start drinking more mud water. Me decides to go to university, the education system. So you have chosen debt. Yeah, and it feels like every year that goes by, it's just more and more debt, weirdly. English to Spanish, we have big spider, but in Spanish it's called Arana Grande, or in other words, how Ariana Grande came up with her name. She's been waiting to reveal this twist for years now. And big thanks to the October patrons, Majestic Unicorn, Papi Druwu, I Love Marks, Drew's Thick Breaks and Girlfriend, Drew's Argentinian Grandpa, AryanAfterHours, BringBackPolandball,
Alfonso M6,
Barnsky W,
Dalton D,
Full Send Nic,
Ivan Lima,
Jesse C,
LuxembourgLover,
Max Cooper,
McBlorf,
Mind Brothers 999X2, and Stormtrooper 501. Thank you.